In this video, I'm working through the Polestar Pilates program design and sequencing categories. So I'm starting off with supine integration. So we start off lying on our backs, ready to do bridging as our first exercise. So this part of the video will be the warm-up section. So we start off going into the bridge after we've done just a little pelvic tilt forward and back to start mobilizing the hips. And then start to roll the spine up into a bridge. So we think of peeling the spine off the mat, one bone at a time. Lengthen the tailbone past your knees. I was going to say when the wall meets the ceiling, but here I'm thinking of lengthening my tailbone up towards the sky. Each time you roll up and down, have a feeling of length through the spine, as if you're getting more space in between each vertebrae. And then increase the challenge by lifting one leg at a time. So you keep your hips up high, float one knee towards the sky, press down with the other heel to keep the hips up high and level. Roll on down. So I'm only doing around about 4 repetitions of each exercise in this video for time. Generally, we do 8 to 10 repetitions of each exercise. So now I'm going to go into the category of supine abdominals, and I'm going to do the hundreds prep. So inhale to reach back, exhale to curl up, stretching the legs towards the sky whenever you're ready, lengthening the lower back on the mat. Now if you'd like to increase the challenge, stretch the legs out till they're maybe 10, 15 centimeters off the floor. Breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. Keep your eye gaze looking through the level of your heels. Lengthen the lower back on the mat. Pump the arms vigorously, in for 5 and out for 5, until you've counted to 100. Bring the knees into the chest, roll on up to sitting, and then reach forward. And now we go into the roll-up exercise. The roll-up exercise is really similar to bridging, that you're peeling the spine off the mat, one bone at a time, and placing the spine back down one bone at a time. Have that feeling of length throughout the spine, and a big exhale as you roll up. Then we go into the preparation for single leg stretch. So I'm doing a seated prep so that we know the arms and the legs. So you have one hand to your knee and the other hand towards your ankle or on your shin. And then we change the legs, pulling the knee towards the chest and pushing away with the leg. Then reach on up for the single straight leg stretch. So now you're up a little bit higher than the tips of your shoulder blades. So a little bit more challenge to your tummy muscles. Roll on down, go into leg circles 1. So you go across the body and then circle around. Aim to keep the hips as still and stable as it feels good on your body. So you circle around and then stretch the other leg up towards the ceiling. So generally we exhale as the leg moves away. And if you notice any clicking in your hips, you might want to change this movement to more of an oval shape rather than a circle. So do what feels best in your body. Bring both knees into the chest, roll on up to sitting. We do the preparation now for the double leg stretch. So we reach the arms and the legs away and then circle the arms around as the knees come back in towards your chest. Roll down just above the tips of your shoulder blades keeping your lower back lengthened on the mat. And you might like to inhale as you reach away and exhale as the knees come into the chest. So you're squeezing all the air out of your lungs. A full exhale gives you the need for a full inhale. And then we go into double straight leg stretch. Keep the lower back lengthened on the mat. And you're moving at the hip joint. Great exercise to tone your abs. Only go as far as you can keep your lower back on the mat. And then roll on up to balance behind your sitting bones, ready for rolling like a ball. We inhale to roll back and exhale to roll on up and balance. So I've started with my hands behind my knees and my elbows out wide to try and make my spine as round as possible. Then to increase the challenge, now I make myself into a smaller ball. So hands around my shins, balance behind the sitting bones each time you come up. And then pause here, stretch out the legs, reach the arms forward, exhale to roll down and roll over. Aiming the sitting bones towards the ceiling and then rolling down one bone at a time. Circle the legs at the bottom of the movement. So this exercise is similar to bridging, similar to roll up, but a little bit more challenging now on the lowering down phase because you've got to work against the weight of your legs. And then we finish here, roll on up. And we finish the warm-up portion of the workout.